Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about, is manifestation truly instant, or what does it mean? Because I know you've heard multiple times that manifestation is instant. You can manifest within 3 days, the same day, within seconds, right? And I think the problem is that a lot of people have associated manifesting instantly with time and physical proof. Oh, I manifested instantly because I thought about someone and it happened within seconds. So when you see people, when you're following people that are preaching or talking this way, you're thinking, okay, I want to manifest instantly too. So I'm gonna say I manifest instantly. But you have to understand how your brain will make things logical. Like, it does not make sense for it. Like, oh, okay, I manifest instantly. So it only means that I manifest instantly when I see things within the first few days. But if I don't see it, then it means that I didn't manifest instantly. So I just have to repeat myself that I manifest instantly, then I manifest instantly, then I manifest instantly. And for some people it works. Like I said, to each their own. If you assume that telling yourself that you manifest instantly will make you manifest instantly, that's great. I just realized that it was not working for me, because of course if I tell myself that I'm manifesting instantly, I'm going to look for proof. Because how can I say that, oh, I always get what I want instantly within a day, within 3 days, without looking to see if it's true? Of course you don't look for validation outside, but that sentence, the way you frame it, how can you look for validation when you frame it like that? That's my opinion. But to answer the question, is it possible to manifest instantly? The way I understand manifesting instantly, it's that whatever you declare is instantly true. I don't see it as physical evidence and time. I see it that it's already happening right now, because everything is now. You understand? I know you're familiar with that concept, that there's no past, there's no future. Everything is happening in the now, and we are pure consciousness. So it's to you to bring your awareness on that frame, on that reality where it's happening now. So, I want a car because I don't have a car. So it's not that I don't have it, I'm not aware of it because it's not in the physical reality here. But okay, I know that it already exists, so I have it instantly because that reality where I have the car exists. So it's instant. I'm instantly that person. I'm instantly bringing my awareness on that reality, and therefore I become that person. I am that person now who has the car, because by bringing my awareness on that reality, it will collapse time and space, and I will see it physically. But I don't want to focus on the physical. I don't want to focus on, oh, is it true I have it or not, because I don't see it. Because when you let yourself being led by those type of reasoning, this is where you dissociate with the version of yourself, with the person, the reality where you have it. Because now you're thinking from the person who doesn't see it. The person who's here is like, well, I don't see the car. So if I keep telling myself that I see it, if I keep telling myself that I have it, will I see it? Okay, so I'm gonna keep telling myself that. But basically, you are still the person who doesn't have it and who's trying. I know I said that in my other videos, but I feel like it's the main difficulty in manifestation, is to accept that we already have something, because we do not understand what it means. We're thinking, okay, if I say I have something, or if I say it enough time, I will truly have it for real in the physical plane. We may not say it, but that's what we're thinking. That's why no matter how much you tell yourself that you have something, or you understand it's not about trying to make something happen, you're still that person who doesn't have it and who's trying, as long as you don't understand that what you want is already yours right now at this moment, because everything happened at this moment. So you could say, like I said previously in one of my shorts, I think, yeah, I have a car, it's in the garage. It's not because I don't see it that I don't have a car, and I don't think as if I have a car. I have a car. It's just not in my physical or with my eyes awareness, but it is my mind awareness, so I know I have it. So it's about telling yourself you have something, not because you're trying to make something happen. It's because it's true. When you declare something, it is instantly true. There's no waiting. It is true. Everything is happening now. So I feel like this shift in understanding that helped me to truly understand, oh, okay, when I say I have something, it's because I really have it. Because my problem, if I'm being really honest, is I know a lot of things regarding manifestation, but I know it mentally. It's when I experience it, I'm like, oh, this is what it means. Everything you know, there's another level on that knowledge, right? So I know that what I'm saying is nothing new. You already knew that everything existed. You already knew that you already have it. But again, it's one thing to know it, and it's another thing to truly understand it. And when you understand that, okay, when I say I have something, I'm not pretending. It's because I truly have it. And that's another thing. I feel like a lot of people, myself included, for the longest time, I was battling between telling myself that I have it, I'm gonna get it. I didn't know which verb tense to use because I felt so lost. I felt like there was some type of cognitive dissonance whenever I would say I have something. Because how can I not be aware that it's not in my physical reality? Like, I understand I have to be the person who has it. Okay, I'm telling myself I have the car, but how can I not be aware that the car is not in my driveway right now? Of course I'm aware of that. So what's happening if I'm aware of two things at the same time? Now, it's to understand that it's not about being aware of its physical presence or absence. It's about what you make it mean. You not seeing your desires, does it mean that you don't have it right now? If that's what it means, this is why you don't have it. But if you're telling yourself, well, I don't want to say if you're telling yourself as a way if you convince yourself, but if you understand that you have your desires, even though you do not see it, then you won't feel the cognitive dissonance by telling yourself, oh, by understanding that you have it. But let's say you're telling, let's say you understand that, okay, you want $100,000, so you're telling yourself, I have $1,000. I have to stop saying you're telling yourself as if you're trying to convince, because I think this is one of the things that can be tricky. Because when you feel like you have to convince yourself, who are you convincing? You're convincing the person who doesn't have it. So you're staying the person who doesn't have it and trying to convince that person instead of automatically being that person who has it. But again, my example, because this is the thing, like I said, being aware of the physical absence of the desire is not a problem as long as you don't make it mean that you don't have it. But sometimes it can be conflicting for some people if you say that you have $100,000 right now in your bank account. You look at your bank account and you don't see it. So it is technically conflicting because you didn't say, oh, I have $100,000. You said it's in your bank account. And now you look and you don't see it. So this is a contradiction right there. But what you could say instead is that, yes, I have $100,000. And you could say also, I have $100,000 in my bank account. I see it. I have it. I see it. So when you look at the physical, what do you make it mean? And when you don't see it, it's not a problem because I still have $100,000 in my bank account. I don't see it physically, but I know it's here. So we're all good. Again, it's about what you make it mean. Who are you? Who are you when you're looking at your bank account and you don't see the $100,000? Do you make it mean like, oh, it's because I don't have it and now I'm pretending that I have it, so I will have it? No. You make it mean that you have it. And it's just, with my physical eyes, I didn't see it, the $100,000, but it doesn't mean anything because with my mind eye, I saw it. So I have it because everything is true. Everything, again, is happening right now. So, and I used to feel a little bit, not conflicted, or maybe when I would say, oh, because again, I understand that concept. I understood it before, but it felt like it was not really grasping with me because, oh, okay, I have it within. What does it mean within? Like, if I have everything within, okay, it's all good, but I'm still not feeling anything about that. Like, I still feel the lack, right? It's how I see it now. It's more like, I'm going to show you a graphic. Okay. And I've done a graphic before like that. Like I love to do graphics just to, because I'm a visual person, and I like to make a representation of what I understand. And it's to see here that you are all those identities. I used to see myself as the one who's in the 3D, and I thought, oh, okay, I'm separate from those others' identities. So I'm not the version of myself who has thousands of dollars, or I'm not the version of myself who is in a relationship. I'm not that version, but I'm trying to be them. So I would not unknowingly um, keep myself in that version who's unfulfilled and who's trying to take place, or who's trying to make uh, the new version coming in. I was separating myself from the other versions. But when I understood that no, I'm all those versions, it's all me. And it's not that I didn't understand that, but I actually grasp it in a way that it is all me. It's not that I never had money, it's that I was not aware that I have it. So I'm just expanding my awareness to the reality where I have it. So I have everything. I have the house, I have the vacations, I have the text message, I have my family's healthy and wealthy. I have every single thing I want. Now, where do I want to bring my awareness on? Because I did not bring my awareness on those things, and this is why I was aware of lack instead, because I was thinking, or because I thought that I didn't have. But when you realize that no, I already have everything, I have every single thing. It's just for me to pick where do I want to look, and to put my awareness long enough for it to be collapsing time and space and be an experience in the physical plane. So when I realized that, I'm like, oh, okay, so I actually do not need anything. And I know this is also an affirmation that some people would say, oh, I need nothing, I already have everything. But sometimes you say affirmations, but you don't really know what it means, or you don't really understand the meaning behind it. But when you understand, let's say this representation that I just made, you understand that, no, it's true. I already have everything. I just have to pick. I truly have to pick. I don't lack nothing. You don't lack anything. It's just, what do you want to be aware of? Where do you want to bring your awareness? And this is why it is instant. Once you decide, like if you look at the representation that I made, if I decide to look at the place where I'm on vacation and I'm happy and stuff, that's instant, because that reality is happening right now. So I could say, right now I'm on vacation. Right now I'm in some country in the south having fun under the sun, whatever. I could say that it's happening right now. So I say, right now I am on vacation. I could say, right now I received a text message, like you saw in the last row. Right now I just received a text message. That is true. There's no cognitive dissonance here, because I don't associate having with seeing in the physical plane. I know I received a text message because it's happening right now. So I could bring my awareness in that reality and say, I have received a text message. The text message that I wanted to receive, it already happened. And it's true. Because I feel like I said, one of the big difficulty is to not have the cognitive dissonance by saying, oh yes, I have it, but not really feeling like it's true. Because that's the thing. An assumption is whatever you think is true. Whatever you assume, think it is true, So that's why when people say, oh, you don't have to believe, I don't know what's the difference. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know what's the difference. When I think something is true, then I believe. Okay, it's not, I feel like, yes, the difference is about proof. It's about what you see. But I feel like that's in the definition, because I have used assumption and beliefs maybe wrongly all my life. Like I would say, oh yeah, I believe this person went to the restaurant, or I believe this person is in a relationship with this person. It was an assumption. I didn't know, but I just said I believe. Like I use those words, and maybe I just didn't use it the right way before, so I could maybe. The point is, yeah, it's just once you assume something is true, is it that different with belief? Yeah, I assume it's true. So that's, I'm just gonna go with that assumption that what I'm saying is true. Anyways, so I'm not sure if that part is clear, because when I wanted to, the point of this video is to make you understand that yes, manifestation is instant, but I'm thinking more as it's instantly true, because whatever you declare is already happening right now. It's already a fact right now. You can bring your awareness in that reality right now. And then, like I said in this representation, you have what you want. You don't have to feel like it's not true because you don't see it physically. That's the thing. It is true, like I said, it is true that there's a reality right now. I'm hanging out with friends. So right now, I'm hanging out with friends. It is true. I am hanging out with my friends. Or I have kids in that reality. Another reality, I have my husband and I have my kids. We're in the house right now. It's happening now. Just make sure that when you say things, you don't feel the resistance. It's not supposed to have any resistance because like I said, it is true. Again, whether you say I have or I'm getting, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't have a problem with the verb tense. If there's a problem, it's just because you don't understand what having means. You have it within, but don't keep it vague. Understand that everything is happening right now. Everything is you. You're not separate from those versions of you who has it. And I tried to stop saying version of myself who has it and version of myself who doesn't, because I felt like I was associating myself with the version who doesn't. I was creating a separation. I tried to stop saying that, but I feel like I don't know how else to explain it. But at the same time, I understand when I say I have something, I have it. It's happening right now. Right now, I can be in a rut. I'm in a rut right now. It's happening right now. And that's my awareness. I just stopped telling myself that if I don't physically see it, it means that I don't have it. You have to be aware of how you are creating a conflict, or like I said, cognitive dissonance in the physical plane when you say you have your desires, because this is what's making you stay the person who doesn't have it. Because I know that you're also practicing, like everybody's saying, you already have it right now. When you read books, when you are following gurus or YouTubers, they're saying you have it right now. So if you tell yourself you have it right now because you're doing exactly what people are telling you to do, you have to understand what it means. You cannot be the person who doesn't have it, but it's also saying that they have it. Again, unless you are assuming that the technique works, because that can be a technique. The more I say that I have it, the faster I will see it. Maybe this is a technique for you and it's working, great. But I don't want to create that assumption for myself. I prefer to create an assumption that it's already true, I already have it. But I understand that if that's what I'm doing, if I'm telling myself that it's already true, that I already have it, then I can no longer see the world through the eyes of the me who didn't have it. That does not exist. So I have to learn how to be able to process the things that I'm seeing in a physical plane that would seem like it's contradicting what I'm saying, and say like, okay, no, it's not contradiction. It's just, I'm telling you, I don't see it physically with my eyes. It's okay. It doesn't mean I don't have it. Actually, when I say I have it, I have it. It doesn't matter what I see. I just felt like it was an important video to make, and yeah, to understand what manifesting instantly is. Because you could do, like I said, the way you want it to do. If it's, oh yeah, I always get what I want within a day. It works. It's just how I understand it. I like to share how I understand it, my view on it, and how it works better for me. So, on that note, I'd like to see what you're thinking about this video, or what your opinion on instant manifestation, and I'll talk to you another time.